Well, I suppose, Sean, I'm delighted to be heading it up. I've always been involved in community. I suppose that's what got me interested in public life. The first day ever was being involved with communities, and this is only a step on towards that again. And we have been waiting a long time, as you said there, for this LCSBP to be set up. It's actually taking up now where the Joint Police Committee left off. But it's a different format. It's a partnership, and the thing about it is that safety is still a big issue in communities, and realistically, that's what we're set up to look after the safety needs of communities. It's a little bit broader than we were before. As you mentioned there, there's different communities. One of the more senior ones is the local Garda Síochána, the HSE, the farmers, as you mentioned there, and the travellers. There's quite a lot of other smaller community groups as well. The older people, they have representation on it as well. So I think it'll be good for communities, and hopefully we'll be able to improve the lives of local communities.
You mentioned that it's a sort of spiritual successor to the JPC, which you were on and which you chaired at one point. What issues do you want to see this LCSP tackle?
Well, I suppose there are wide-ranging. The thing about it is only today. If we listen to Clare FM, our local radio station today, you hear about cars being stolen and being burnt, and in communities, and I suppose things like that need to be brought to the fore. But there are other family things. Tusla, one of the people that are also involved. So there are safety aspects around children and that kind of thing as well. But I suppose the most vulnerable people, are the older people in our community. They're very worried, that their house will be broken into, and their possessions will be robbed. But we also have to look after road safety as well. That's another issue. So it's very, very wide ranging. The partnership, the way it is set up now, it spreads its wings quite a lot through community affairs.
How often is the local community safety partnership to meet? We understood that the first meeting has taken place this week, and of course there will also be a meeting with the Justice Minister. So will it be monthly or quarterly?
Well, I understand at the moment now, we are talking about 6 meetings a year, but that can change. This is only the initial setup, but as you mentioned there, we are meeting the Minister Jim O'Callaghan tomorrow, so we'll be able to read a lot more into it, when we get a briefing from Minister O'Callaghan, to know what road we're going down. He's actually, the man who brought in this, and it has been set up in other areas, and, there are other areas up and running that's templates for it at the minute, but every area has its own specific needs, and we have the power, to change whatever suits our county best, as do other counties.
There was a suggestion from Clare County Council a number of months ago that, unlike what was the case when the JPC was in place, that the media wouldn't have access to meetings of the LCSP, and we understood that would be an item on the agenda going into this meeting that has taken place this week. Was that discussed, or is there any update on that?
Yeah, and the what's actually coming out of the partnership at the moment is that the press will be only attending one meeting. That's as it stands at the minute. Whether that will change down the road remains to be seen or not. But that is the case at the minute. That's what's coming through from the partnership at the minute.
One meeting a year, or one meeting in total?
One meeting a year. Yeah. It'll actually be a public meeting, and the press will have access to it as well. Or the media will have access to it, I suppose.
Is it important from the point of view of access and for the public to have some bit of engagement with the LCSP, that there is access and that there is visibility in that way?
Well,
in your view,
I did ask that question, and what I was told was that we will be issuing statements, from the outcomes of discussions, from the meeting, and they will be issued to the press. So I suppose in that format, there will be access to, what went on at the meeting, like.
And just finally, to clarify on that, PJ, that public meeting, will that be one of the 6, or will it be an additional meeting?
Oh no, it will be one of the 6. More than likely, it'll probably be close enough to the end of the year, like, so I suppose the thing is that it probably, as the year will be winding up, like, the press will be invited in, the public will be invited in, and that possibly will be held in the Chamber and Clare County Council.
Okay.
There's a lot of teething things like to be looked after yet. Like, we're in the infancy of this partnership at the moment. Like, so I suppose the next meeting now is the 1st of April. So we'll probably be, in a better place, like to see how we're going at that stage. Like, it's a very new partnership and a very new organisation, and there's a lot of things to be tidied up just yet, like.